So hello everybody and welcome to Pre-K Discovery with Miss Barb. How are you today? Well, I'm ready to get started, so let's do the good morning song. Are you guys ready? Oh, the duck says quack and the cow says moo. The old red rooster says cock-a-doodle-doo. The sheep says baa and the cat says meow. But I say good morning when I see you. And of course I'm saying good morning to you because it is a good morning. So let's get started by looking at our calendar. Let me move out of the way and let me move the calendar just a little bit so you can see it. All right, so does anybody remember what month it is? You're right, it is October. O-C-T-O-B-E-R, October. And it's been October for a couple weeks. And we're getting closer and closer to Halloween, which is at the very end of the month. So let's do the Days of the Week song. Do you guys remember how it goes? It goes something like this. Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. Well, there's Sunday and there's Monday, there's Tuesday and there's Wednesday, there's Thursday and there's Friday, and then there's Saturday, days of the week. Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. Well, because you're watching Miss Barb do Pre-K Discovery, that means that it's Tuesday. Plus, it says today is Tuesday. Can you guys count with me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, that is today, and we know it's today because it's a red day. So yesterday was 19, tomorrow's the 21st, and we're getting closer and closer to Halloween. So our letter of the day, let me move this calendar out of the way because I'm ready to start. Let me slide it over and not run over my toe. All right, so this is our calendar of our letter of the day, and I'm going to hold it like this so you guys can see it. So our letter of the day is the letter, and does anybody think they know what it is? Well, the letter of the day today is the letter P. And do you know why Miss Barb picked the letter P? Well, let me tell you. The reason I picked the letter P is because P starts pumpkin. And that is what we're going to be talking about today, is pumpkins. So before we get started with our pumpkin facts, I have a pumpkin song that I'd like you to sing with me. In fact, I have 2 pumpkin songs. So the first one is called 10 Little Pumpkins. Can we count to 10? Let Miss Barb put some tape here and tape up our pumpkin. Okay, so there's our pumpkin. So are you guys ready to count with me? 1 little, 2 little, 3 little pumpkins, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little pumpkins, 7 little, 8 little, 9 little pumpkins, 10 little pumpkins on the wall. So there are 10 little pumpkins on the wall. So that was one of our pumpkin songs. So do you guys think that we could learn another pumpkin song? It's more like a poem, and it goes like this. It goes, 5 little pumpkins. So the other one had 10 pumpkins, and this one has, excuse me, 5 little pumpkins. So it goes like this. 5 little pumpkins sitting on the gate. The first one says, oh my, it's getting late. The second one says, there's a frost in the air. And the third one says, but we don't care. The fourth one says, let's run and run and run. And the fifth one says, I'm just ready to have some fun. So, ooh, went the wind, and out went the light, and the 5 little pumpkins rolled out of sight. So there is our 2 pumpkin poems. So we're going to talk about pumpkins. Why pumpkins, you say, Miss Barb? Well, the reason Miss Barb wants to talk about pumpkins is because at this time of the year, what do you see everywhere? Well, of course you see pumpkins. And the reason that we see so many pumpkins around Halloween is because there's a whole bunch of history that goes with the pumpkins. So pumpkins are carved into jack-o'-lanterns, which look like this. Have you carved a pumpkin yet? You might have, but it might be too soon. So this is a jack-o'-lantern, and the reason that people would carve jack-o'-lanterns is because they thought that they kept away the scary, scary spirits. So they were like protectors of your house. So if you put a pumpkin out in front of your house, you're protecting your house. So that is why we carve the pumpkins. Did you know that you can eat pumpkins? Well, absolutely. Pumpkins are fruits, just like oranges and apples are fruit. So pumpkin is a fruit, but you don't eat the outside of the pumpkin. You eat the stuff that's on the inside of the pumpkin. And later, after we read the story, Miss Barb is going to show you a real pumpkin, and we're going to carve it, okay? So, and let's see what else about a pumpkin that I can tell you before we read the story. So it says that pumpkins are used Halloween, and it's because of different history. So that is why pumpkins are so popular, and Miss Barb is going on and on, so maybe we should just read the story, okay? All right, I'm going to put this pumpkin down, and my story today isn't really a story as much as it's kind of a story, but I brought several books for you. So this is called Pumpkin Fever, and we're going to read this, and you can look at the pictures too as I go along. It's called Pumpkin Fever. Aaron's family had pumpkin fever. Do you have pumpkin fever? Did you take your temperature? I don't think I have pumpkin fever yet. It says, so they went to a big square field, because that's where pumpkins grow. They grow in the field on vines. It says, full of fat, round pumpkins. It says, and they chose the roundest pumpkin of all. There they are, driving away with their pumpkin on the top of their cart. It's so big they can't even fit it in there. It says, Dad helped Erin carve her pumpkin. It says 2 triangle eyes. And there they are, triangles. Remember, a triangle has 3 sides. Mom said, very nice. It says 1 triangle nose, and there's his nose. Just like that. It says, said Mom, I like it. I don't know why Mom keeps saying, And a half circle mouth full of scary square teeth. So there he is. I don't know why his teeth are scary. They don't look scary to me. I think he looks silly. It says, said Mom, scary. Let's see what Mom's doing. A rectangle candle made Erin's pumpkin perfect. It says, Mom, Erin said, don't you want a pumpkin like mine? Said Mom, I love your pumpkin, but my pumpkin is nice too. What did Erin's mom make? She made pumpkin pie. Said Erin. Well, you know what? Miss Barb has to agree with Erin, because pumpkin pie is my favorite pie. And it says Pumpkin Fever, and that is the end of our story. And there's all kinds of things you could do. You should check this book out. It's got some activities in the back of it. I really, really like it. How many pumpkins, pumpkin shapes, and all the different shapes you can use. So Pumpkin Fever. Some other books that we could check out and read. Watch a Pumpkin Grow. So pumpkins are popular at this time of the year because we plant the seed in the spring. We take care of it all summer, watering it, letting it grow. It grows into a little bud, and then the bud becomes the pumpkin. And before you know it, there's a green pumpkin on there. And as the days start to get cooler and the end of summer comes, we end up with an orange pumpkin just like this. So, another story. It's pumpkin time. You could read that one too. We're not going to read that one right now. So, Watch a Pumpkin Grow tells you about how one can grow a pumpkin from a seed. And then it grows, you plant it. And Miss Barb has some seeds that she's going to show you when we look at our pumpkin that Miss Barb brought. I brought the seeds in to show you. Some people like to roast the seeds and eat them. So give me a moment to set up, and I'll be right back. I told you I'd be right back, and I'm so excited because I have my pumpkin with me. And this is a pumpkin picked from the pumpkin patch. It's not a fake one like this one. This one is just styrofoam. Miss Barb bought this one at the store. This was a real pumpkin, and I carved it. No, I haven't carved it yet. I cleaned it out. So last night, Miss Barb, she scooped out all the insides and all the seeds. So I told you about the seeds. So this is my bag of pumpkin seeds. And the reason I saved them is, so I'm gonna let them dry. Right now they're still sticky. You can see them, they look like this. There's a pumpkin seed, they're so little, not super little, but some people like to take them and they lay them out on a cookie sheet and they put salt and different flavors and they roast them and then they crunch on them and they eat the insides. They're supposed to be really tasty. I don't know if Miss Barb's ever eaten a pumpkin seed or not. But, so these are pumpkin seeds. So I'm gonna let these dry. I'm gonna not zip the top of the bag. I don't want them to get all mucky and moldy. So you can see that this one still has some of the pumpkin stuff stuck to it. That's what I took out of the pumpkin. That was what was inside the pumpkin. And I suggest when you clean out your pumpkin, if you can, you do it outside because it's really, really messy. So this is my lid that I made. I cut it out. It fits right in there perfectly. So I'm gonna take that out and we are going to carve our pumpkin. So you have to be very, very careful when you carve a pumpkin because it involves sharp tools and knives and stuff like that. So in our story, when Erin carved her pumpkin, do you guys remember what shapes she used? So let's see. It says 2 triangle eyes. So let's see if we can make 2 triangle eyes on our pumpkin and cut them out. So I'm gonna have to draw it on there. And I'm gonna take my knife, and like I said, you need a grown-up, and you know they sell special tools so that you don't have to use a sharp knife to cut the pumpkin, but I'm gonna cut it with a knife because I wanna get it done. So 2 triangles. There we go, there's 1. How many sides are on a triangle, do you remember? 3, that's right. So I'll do the 2 sides, and then I'll do the bottom. And then I'll show you my eye. Okay, so let me make sure it's cut all the way through because you gotta go all the way through it. All right, ready? I'm gonna pop this out. Do you see what I did? Can you see the triangle eye? It's right here. So that's 1 triangle eye. And let's give him another one right next to it. Triangle, tell Miss Barb again, how many sides does it have? That's right, 3 sides. So he had 2 triangle eyes according to the story. So I'm gonna give mine 2 triangle eyes just like that. Be very, very careful. Always have a grown-up help you, okay? Let me pop that out. So now he has 2 eyes. 1, 2. So what did it say about his nose? Do you remember in the story? I think it said he had a triangle nose too. Let's see. It said 1 triangle nose. So another triangle. So how many triangles does that make? 3. 1, 2, 3 triangles. And I know you guys can count to 3 because we count higher than that when we do the calendar. So I'm gonna make his nose. There we go. And all right, so let's see. We can pop, oh, and there it is. It came popping right out. So there is my nose. Ta-da! So what else is left? What does he need? He needs a mouth. And what did it say about the mouth in the story? Does anybody remember? It says that he has a half-circle mouth full of scary square teeth. This is a little bit harder to do. Let's see if Miss Barb can do this. So a half square circle, half of a circle, and then square teeth. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. So what did Miss Barb say that a pumpkin was? Is it a vegetable? No, a pumpkin is a fruit. And they're very good in pie. And I like pumpkin cookies. And what else do I like in pumpkin? Pumpkin bread. Ooh, I like that. So you can eat the pumpkin, right? And what else can you do with a pumpkin? Well, what do you guys do with your pumpkins? Do you put them outside? Do you decorate with them? Do you... Ooh, I know one time at the library, we did pumpkin bowling. I mean, I wouldn't suggest you bowl with a pumpkin, but if you're outside, why not? So let's see here. I got this almost done. Let's see. I gotta come down here and across. Let's see which way I'm going. All right, so I'm almost done. One more cut, and it'll be perfect. And you're gonna say, "What, Miss Barb? You did all that?" I'm gonna say, "Well, yeah." That's what I did. Okay, let's see if I got it all cut. There must be somewhere that it's still attached. Not there. Not here. Oh, almost. Oops, there's one piece. Here's where it's stuck. Right here by this tooth. All right, let me get that up there. Okay. Okay. I've almost got it. And there is my pumpkin grinning at you. Not bad, huh? So I can't wait to see your pumpkins. So you know what you could do for Miss Barb? Carve your pumpkins and then send me a picture of them, and I'll put them up on our Facebook page if you want. So let me see those cool pumpkins. This one's pretty simple. There are people out there that make really, really complicated pumpkins. But that is just one way on how you carve a pumpkin. So goodbye, everybody. Have a happy Halloween, which we have one more Pure K Discovery before Halloween, and I'm going to read a Halloween story for you, okay? So let's get those pumpkins. Visit the pumpkin patch, pick out the perfect pumpkin for you, and get them carved and send Miss Barb pictures, okay? I'm at the Frank Saris Public Library, and my email is bsoma@frankssarislibrary.org. I want to see your pumpkins, okay? Goodbye, everybody.